What's up, guys? What's up, Instagram? What's up, TikTok? Okay. Harsh truths about dating. Let's talk about something that I saw earlier in my comments. But is that too loud? It is, isn't it? One sec. I'm gonna turn it down. Just a sec. Can't hear myself think, you know? There we go. Okay. I'm back. Okay. Harsh truths about dating. So I did a video talking about, I think it's dope that my woman would have, necklaces, handbags, jewelry, hair done, nails done, all that stuff, right? Simply because if she's out in the world looking good, that's a representation of me. You see what I'm saying? Your woman is a representation of you. So if she's out there looking like Dusty, then that's a problem, right? Hang on. Okay. Okay, great. So she's a representation of you, okay? So that being said, I got a lot of comments, not a lot, just a few comments that are like, well, I'm not a representation of a man, I'm only a representation of me. And it's like, no, actually, if you're married, you absolutely are a representation of your family. As the woman, as the man, both ways, it goes both ways. Let's put it this way. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're a congressman, senator, or something like this. You're a person that is trying to make real change in your community, maybe even the country, whatever, important role, right? The perception of you needs to be in a way that is respectable. Somebody that's like, I think that this guy might be able to make like good, sound decisions for not only myself and my community, but also for the greater good. And I have to trust in that, right? But then at the same time, you're a congressman and you have a woman who's dressed like a hooker, just like jean jorts, G-string, pasties, hitting on every guy she meets at every bar she goes to, You know what I'm saying? And that's your wife, and you're out here trying to be a senator, a congressman, or something like this, trying to make real change. And then you have your wife running around town being a hussy. You know what I mean? That makes you look bad because it seems like you're a man that doesn't have any control of his family, doesn't have any fucking grip on his own household, let alone how could he be a person capable of, having a grip on reality or his community at least. And so that's the point. You know what I'm saying? And let me put it to you this way, for you women out there with kids. Imagine your kid is the one that's always causing the problems, the bad kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you got the kid at school that's always causing problems, the teachers know who the bad parents are. And they absolutely judge you. You're that mom that has the bad kid that just is the worst, And what does that mean? That's a representation of who you are at home. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So you absolutely, when you're married, you absolutely represent your family. And to think that you don't, and that you're you're married, but you're some isolated, completely separate thing is wrong. Legally, it's wrong because legally you're one. But also in terms of who you are, you're morally and who you are connected as a family member. You represent your family. You represent your people everywhere you go. Yeah, yes, necessarily. So people some girls in my comments like, I don't represent my husband, I just represent myself. And it's like, no, wrong. You absolutely represent your husband. So I just think that for me personally, that representation extends. So if my woman, let's say, is out looking good, looking fresh, looking put together, that's a good representation of me, whether she's with me or not. Right? What's up? What's up, man? What does it mean when your boyfriend argues with you about texting you goodnight? No. What, you're asking him to text you goodnight text every time, and then he says, I don't want to do that? Is that what you're saying? How do I tell if he truly has the traditional mindset? Oh, just wondering. That's a good question. I'll come back to you, Hannah. How do you tell? Well, here's the thing. Guys kind of give that away early on, right? What a traditional mindset are, what a traditional mindset is. And I think what women mean when they say traditional mindset, they think for a man that's like a provider man. Generally provides for the household so that she can be in her feminine energy and like live at home and like take care of him. They can make sure the house is kind of in order, not clean all the time necessarily because they want some of the man to chip in and do that. But kind of keep the house in order and make sure the kids don't grow up to be the worst, right? Like I said earlier, those sort of traits for what when you're dating, man, will come out. Like for instance, does he open doors for you? Does he open the car door for you? That's number one. That's what you can find out on the first date. Does he want to split the bill? Or does he want to pay for it? I personally think that's just be a man. Just pay for your woman, man. Even if you're just even if it's a prospective woman, right? If it's a prospective woman, you ought to pay for it from the beginning. And that seems fair, right? And if you can't afford that, then don't. And if you want to like shove it in women's faces and say, "Oh, you want equality, therefore you pay for half," that seems like a boy behavior. And all those things are really telltale signs that he's not a traditional man right away. And Hannah, you said yes. So here's the thing, Hannah. It's not that he argues with you about texting you goodnight because he doesn't want men. Here's the thing: men don't like feeling like they're controlled. Like they feel like you're controlling them. Like they can't live, they have to live inside of these rules that to you, or the way you're at least putting it, is like, oh, well, it's just a cute little thing you're sending me. But what you're really doing is making it so he has to tell you every time he's going to bed. And then that way you kind of know where he's at all times, and it kind of strips him away of his own autonomousness, his freedom, He's like, oh, I'm now beholden to you every night. And that's what he's mad about. That's why he's arguing with you about it. Because if he has to do that every night, it sounds like you're just keeping tabs on him. You know what I mean? And do you want that? Do you really want that? Why don't you just sleep? Why don't you just go to sleep when you want to go to sleep, Love you. Keep teaching boys how to be men. Fine. Yeah. Hey, I met in LA. I met in LA over the weekend. You following my best friend. Oh, yeah. Over Halloween weekend. Oh, right. We were at a party. Yeah. I know, Alexa. It's been a long time. Nice to see you again. Dan, are you from Love Island? No. Not reality TV. Ugh. Let's see. Do you recommend online dating? Okay, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. What's the alternative? What is the alternative? Have you been outside of your house lately? This is my boy Max. Have you been outside your house lately? It's really tough. People don't just go out like they used to. Have you been into a mall? Used to be you can go to a mall and meet women, right? So that kind of thing. You can just meet people out in the world. People don't even leave their house anymore. Literally, before I had a chef, I would just Uber Eats every day. And even with the chef, I don't even leave my house. Why do I have to go anywhere? I only do it for fun. And if I'm going, it's for a destination. I'm not just going out and around, you see. So it's really, really hard. So if that's the case, dating apps are kind of a necessity. Now, I will say that you can evolve from dating apps if you have start to have a social media presence. People can connect with you directly on Instagram. But for a lot of folks, they don't want to put all that energy into being a person online and all that stuff. So dating apps is a viable way. I would caution you with dating apps because you get a lot of volume, and it's really hard to make a lot of decisions around that, But what else are you gonna do? You're gonna meet them at a bar? You're gonna meet them at a club? Have you been to a club lately? It's kind of everything like that kind of sucks now. So dating apps are fine, and more people are going to dating apps, and more people are connecting that way. It's all good for most of y'all. It sucks for men. Being on dating app for men, that's a 6 and below. As a man, sucks. You won't get any women at all. So it's harder. But for women, who was asking me the question, absolutely, dating app's great. You're just also going to, I'll caution you again, the challenge that you're going to face with dating apps is that the super good looking, successful, well put together guys are dating multiple women. So you got to accept that or punch down a little bit. My girlfriend's... Okay, let's see here. Facts. Wait, sorry, I didn't read the rest of your question. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Definitely true. Famous celeb man. Definitely true. I juggle 3 or 4 times. There you go. You heard it here first. You look like Justin Hartley. Are you related? No, people ask me that, though, because we have the same last name, but no. What should we put on dating apps to get a good man? Well, here's the thing. Like, men are super visual. So pretty first and foremost. Like every picture, you should be your best picture. Okay? You got to be pretty, number one. That's the first thing they see. Of course they are. The men are just like visual as fuck. Emotional later. Visual first. Women are the other way. But they're visual too. You know, it's a bit of a masculine approach, like searching online for a date rather than just like getting dates. So there's a bit of a masculine component to that too. But from a woman's perspective, but I'm telling you right now, sis, if you're going to do a dating app, you just be your prettiest in every shot. All right. First 3 pictures for sure. Second of all, interesting hobbies, things like that. That's cool because you'll find guys that'll also be interested in hobbies that you might like, whatever that is, if you have any. There's a fucking running joke on TikTok now that's saying women don't have hobbies, which I think is hilarious. It just depends. And here's some people, I don't think people have hobbies. And guys that say they have hobbies, they often include like video games or something. You know, that's it. That's the only hobby they got. So, just put your hobbies out there. You'll find guys that sort of resonate with what you do, and you guys can have a reason to go on a first date. That's cool. Y'all like to mountain bike. That's cool. So, pretty first. Hobbies that you could reasonably see yourself doing on a first date, and then just start swiping. I live in the boonies. How do I find a high value man? You won't. Not really. Not likely. The thing is about boonies. I'm from the boonies. I'm from a 1-horse town, and it's like there's just not enough people. It's just a real challenge. You have a local bar where you know all the regulars. That's not much you can do. I'd move if I were you. Hang on. I love your page. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Boonies. You don't see yourself settling down forever? Yeah, of course I do. I want like kids and family and stuff, too. Just not now. It's all good. Not for me right now. I'm a little bit too mobile at this time. I have a house here in LA. It's a great house, big mansion here. I live here. I spend a lot of time here, and then I'm also getting a second home in Miami. That's coming up the beginning of next month, and so I'm going to be kind of coast to coast for a while. Then I'm going to do some Euro travel a bit this year. It's just not time, not for me, But I'm always upfront and honest about all that stuff. So I think that's the biggest issue, anyways, right? Like the biggest issue. I just think here now. I'll say this to everybody. I just think women want you to be honest with them, man. Like if you want to be a single guy and you want to just like, hey, I'm just looking to hook up, this and that, you would be absolutely shocked as to how many women will be like, oh, okay. And they'll hook up with you. And it's all good. You just own it. You see, where women are frustrated with men, and fairly so, I think, but where women are frustrated with men is that men will present themselves that they want something more. And they're like, you want a deeper connection, a longer relationship, a family, whatever. And men will posture themselves as if they're that guy, and then to get into a girl's pants, and then date that woman for fucking years, and they have no intentions of ever marrying or settling down with that woman. And then that woman is like 4 years later, 4 years older, going, well, what the hell? And then now I'm so emotionally invested in you and your life that now I have to just reset, forget all of that shit and all of what I've been learning and what I've adapted to and all these things. And now just scrap all that and go back into the marketplace 4 years fucking older. That's what they're upset about, you see? It's because men are being dishonest about the intentions of the relationship in order to sleep with them or have them around to sleep with them for a time. you see, and wasting years of women's lives. So they get frustrated. Women get frustrated with that. And fair enough. Fair enough. Where men mess up is they just aren't honest. Just say you want to sleep with them, and you will. You'll be surprised. It's an astonishing number of people that will, all right, I'll sleep with you, whatever. And some won't, some will, whatever. And then also, when you want to be in a relationship, then just say that shit too. What a mind blow! Like it just seems like why aren't people thinking that and doing that already? You know, Jesus. Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to catch up. How do you move out of the boonies to Florida at 18? Well, you can move wherever you want. You're a legal adult. I moved out of my one-horse town, the boonies, in South Carolina right at 18. I think I was 19 because I was like a little bit late in the cutoff for graduation. But as soon as high school was over, I left town for college. So that's how it worked. How often do you guys go to beaches in LA? Never. Are you married? No. How can I find someone like you? I don't know. Hello. Well, you're precious. Thank you. Getting out of the friend zone. Can the girl make the first move? Should she? Lena, what are you asking me? Getting out of the friend zone? Question mark. What does that mean? Like you're a woman trying to get out of the friend zone with a man? Is that what you're saying? I haven't seen you in a bit, man. What have you been up to? I've been around. I don't know. I've been as much on social media posting, but I'm back. I'm back in action. You're handsome. Thank you. Good days and bad though. Hola, guys. English guys. I was actively dating someone twice a week since Thanksgiving. Okay. Wow, you're very handsome and smart. Thanks. Good days and bad though. Like I said. Missed your videos, bro. Glad to see you back. Yeah, maybe I'll make a comeback. We'll see. Where'd you get your mini bar, bro? The mini bar. That's so funny. You guys know about this mini bar situation? Okay, so I posted a video recently. Check it out. I'm wearing a green suit. It's the latest one, right? It's on my story, on my page, whatever. And then what's funny is you guys see that giant ass mirror behind me? This mirror. I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1". Okay, look. I'm 6'1". Can you see me? It's a big ass mirror. It's huge. It's a big mirror right here. And so I have this mirror, huge ass mirror against this wall. Here is a big white wall right there. And what I do to film TikToks, because the lighting in here, look. See? It's just glass. I just have the French doors, wall to wall, just. And so if I'm there and the sun goes down in the west, which I'm westward facing, I'm backlit. You can't see shit. It's just boom, and I'm black, just black in the front. You can't see anything, right? So I move that mirror to the other side, and I left the little bar cart behind. You see the little bar cart right there? Now that's just a supplementary bar cart for decoration. It's also for my low class like liquor, basically. I have a wet bar. You can see the cabinet on TikTok. You can kind of see right behind this wall. On the other side is a wet bar, full service wet bar. I can make you any drink you want. It's crazy. Okay, and then on this wall by the piano, there's a wine wall with all my wine. I got it. Okay. So then people are like, "Oh my God, you like girls with nice taste? What the hell is that ugly ass little bar cart against that big ass white bare wall?" And so I don't want to correct them in the comments. I'm not going to be like, "Oh, well, actually, I'm not going to do that." So I wrote on there, I'm like, what should I put there instead? And these girls are just brainstorming, just going in on the comments on all the things I should do to make my house nicer. And I'm like, I'm just letting them go in on it. And I've got 1,000 comments of just like explaining it. So you know what I did? You 700 people in here right now, I'll tell you what I did. You know what I did instead? Because they're making fun of how small my little dinky little bar cart is, right? I bought a slightly smaller bar cart, and I'm gonna put it on my next video. And I'm just gonna gradually decrease it in size until I got a tiny little toy bar cart with mini bottles on there, and just see if anybody notices. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if anybody's. Have you ever seen Super Troopers with the hat getting like this? That's how it's gonna be. Mark my words. Watch my videos. I swear you're gonna watch that bar cart shrink. It's coming. I already ordered a series of them. I measured it. They're just gonna get smaller and smaller. I can't wait. It's gonna be the funniest shit ever. Are those veneers? No, these are my real teeth. My mother thought it was important that I had straight white teeth when I was a kid. Hello. Hang on, sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the comments. This is going crazy, but let me read. Let me try to pick one out of here. Are you still dating a Latina in LA? That's funny you asked that, Heather. Okay, yeah, so Heather made a video. I've told a couple of stories about dating multiple different kinds of Latinas in LA that are like silly and embarrassing. I'm gonna tell them again. I'll tell them again. I'll reshare some of those stories. That's funny you say that, Heather. Wow, hello. Sorry. Hang on. Hi, handsome. Hello. Do you use white strips? Yeah, sometimes. Is this a dating site? Let's see here. Hello, guys. He's good to that's good. Okay, I should sleep, and here I am. Yeah, you know what's funny? I used to do these lives every day, every single day. I like doing lives. I like doing lives more than like hard posting because I get to talk off the cuff, and most of my hard posts are off the cuff. But it's still like a production that needs to go involved. There's a production that is involved with making a hard post that you just have to kind of go through it, which sucks. So I just like doing the lives because you can just riff, and I'm better that way. I think I am. Hi, hello. Just because you wear a suit, do you think you're worth my time? Well, you're here watching me, so you tell me. You like chocolate? Yeah, vegan chocolate. I don't do dairy, like at all. As I get older, I really don't fuck with dairy anymore. Let's see the dog. Yeah, he's right here. He always stands beside me in the light. See, here you go. That's my boy. Look, he wears a tie like me. That's my man. Look, boy. Look, boy, they're talking about you. My man, Max. He's going to be 10 years old this year. Holy shit. You don't look a day over 4, except you got a little white in your beard. It's my boy. I love this little fucker. PL King, you're obviously bored. No response to my comments. Love it. I'm sorry, I didn't see your comments. Let's see here. So cute, your dog. Yeah, he's all right. I like him. However, happiness. Wish you, sir. Excuse me, sir, please. Sorry, I'm trying to read. Age. Hello, guys. Chihuahua. No, he's a Yorkie poodle mix, but I shave him down to look like a little black lab. Kind of looks like a black lab, right? Could you please move so I can screenshot your record? Okay, no, probably not. Hello. Love your suit. Thank you. He's live on TikTok also. Yeah, I'm on both platforms. Let's see. Hello, guys. What's up, guys? What about Latinas? What about them? Could you please move? No, I'm not gonna do that. So, your dog and mine both have the tie. Yeah, there you go. What do you do for fun? Okay, so I went to Big Bear and I was skiing. So I was skiing in Big Bear just this last weekend, Martin Luther King weekend. Before that, I went skiing in Aspen, which was cool. That's always fun. And then I went. I also sail. I sail boats, big boats. That's cool. I play piano right over here. Swim. I don't know, play tennis. Do a lot of things for fun. I play video games with my younger brothers. I ride motorcycles. I drive supercars. I do a lot of fun stuff. What video game? Lately, I've been playing Overwatch with my brother, my younger brother. Hello. I have a lot of brothers. My dad was kind of quite the prolific man. I have one whole brother and some half brothers. You remind me of Mr. Gray. Okay, I've heard that before. I've actually not seen those movies, but I'm familiar with what they are. You're rich too. It's like, it depends on what you think rich is, man. Like, to me, I don't feel rich. To the average American, I'm rich, very rich. But when you start dealing with different levels of folks, there's people around you that are just like, I have friends that make me look like a little bitch, and I've worked hard on that too, but it don't matter, man. There is a lot of wealth out there, let me tell you. Hello. Do you look like your dad or mom? I look like both, a little bit of both. I literally like smack dab in the middle between them. Why are you still in a suit? Is it comfy? Well, it's a weekday. It's a Wednesday. I'm not uncomfortable. All of my suits are tailor-made for me. They're very comfortable. They're fitted to my body. It's all good. I like fashion. That's why I live in LA, because it's the only place where you can dress well and kind of get away with it. Like in New York, you dress really well all the time. Fine. It's a little forward for me. I'm a bit more conservative in the way I dress. I like wearing suits, but I like LA because it's in summer. The daytime, it's nice and mild but warm, so you can dress one way, and then at night it gets cooler, so you can dress another way. There's a lot of opportunities for style and fashion, which I think is a gross oversight by men in America today. It's oftentimes most guys just wear sweatshirts, hoodies, gym clothes is 90% of their personality. That bores me. I think that this is our armor. Dress as you want to be perceived, And at first that might be awkward for you or whatever that is. But you got to understand, I have a master's degree in mathematics, and I worked in national defense for 7 years. I was working at the DOD. I was also at a top secret security clearance, building weapons for the government for Northrop Grumman, some straight up Iron Man shit. And we wore suits every day, and I just got kind of used to it. So now I still wear suits. I don't know. I like it. When I work or when I'm dealing with work things, I typically go to those meetings in suits and so on. Are you single? I am not married, yes. Nice background. Yeah, thanks. Have you been to Indonesia? No. I love that you have a live right now about yourself. Yep, well, you guys are asking about myself, so there you go. So what are you looking for? I'm not looking for anything. My life is dope. I'm good. I'm not looking for anything. That's it. It's if I'm content, my life's great. So it's funny because people say, what are you looking for? It's like, well, if you're looking, maybe you're not gonna find it. Maybe you gotta let it happen for you. That I don't necessarily believe that entirely. I think that if you want something, you should seek it out. But I don't want for anything, so I'm not looking for anything. Does that make sense? For right now, at least. That can change. You're on my For You page? Nice. Let's see here. Okay, well, I like this question. That was a good one. What do you think about the dating scene for people in their 20s? What's up, Hannah? Okay, so it depends. Women dating that are 20s, dating in their 20s, it's a hellscape. God, it's like you're dating everything. Most of the guys, okay, so if you're a 20-something-year-old woman and you're dating men around your age, like right around your age, all those guys are cap, like typically. Like you gotta understand, they're like, they kind of communicate that one day there'll be something. You figure a guy between 18 and 22, he's in college, he's got a girlfriend, whatever. He's got to sell it to that girl that he's got a future. Because no girl wants to date a bum. You don't want to date a loser, right? Or a soon-to-be loser, right? So that man kind of has to convince that woman, outside of his attractiveness, that like he's going places, right? And that's pretty typical. Like a pretty typical, relationship between a man and a woman. You got to kind of convince them that you're going places. And then that way she goes, okay, yeah, well, he's a good guy. I can see that he's going to, be somebody one day. That's like a good person to align with. Because it's not a good idea as a woman to align with a guy that's going to be a hobo, right? You don't want to be a guy that's going to end up doing a bunch of drugs and then now you're emotionally attached to some addict. Like, that's no good. Nobody wants that, So they want to, typically most women want to align themselves and potentially marry and have a family with a guy that's going to be a success and be respected and make enough money to support that family and so on. And fair enough. I don't understand why men are upset about that. Men get kind of really pressed that women are looking for that. And even if it's just stability, I don't think the girls are like, that are concerned about how much money men make are like accountants and they know how to do all these like sort of crazy tax things and all that. It's not like that. They just want to know that you are competent enough and are willing enough to compete in the marketplace such that you can make money and like support a family if we ever have one, right? And that's fair. What's wrong with that? A lot of girls want that, and I don't see, and I think it would be disastrous to not seek that out when dating, right? So, if you're a woman in your 20s, dating men in their 20s, oftentimes men in their 20s don't even know who they are yet. You ever met a man in their 20s? God, they don't know fucking anything at all. So, you're going to date a guy that knows nothing, and then he doesn't even know who he is, and he's going to be a completely different man by the time he's 35. And then what? You get what I'm saying? So you're just dating, hoping that he might end up being successful. And if he is successful and he's going to be successful and care for you and not evolve and want to date all these, floozies or whatever now that he's made some money on the other side, and he's going to get married to you and you're going to reap the benefits of that success. That's a lot to gamble, sis. I think that's quite a lot to ask for. It's a big fat roll of the cosmic dice. Good luck. So, and then oftentimes you don't know any better. So you're going to date guys in their 20s and they're going to string you along for years, wasting the best years of your damn life. Literally, you will date a guy from 21 to 28, and then he'll be like, well, it didn't work out. Not only does it not work out with you, but all his big dreams and plans didn't work out. He's upset with himself and borderline hates himself. He takes it out on you. Next thing you know, you're in a toxic, borderline or abusive relationship. And then what? You're now 28, dating a man for potential. Whoo! You see what I mean? And then he's gonna string, and even still, and even if he does get on, he's gonna string you on for years. And then also, when he finally gets on, he's just gonna drop you for somebody else. And then down the line, he'll get married to whoever else, because men marry the people that are in front of them when they're ready to be married. So it's a big fat gamble. So that's what dating is like in your 20s as a woman. Just straight up gamble. And so I advise you all, if you're in your 20s, date a little older, man. Date guys in their 30s that got shit figured out. At least figured out enough, okay? And they have something to show for it. And it's not cap, because even men in their 30s are liars and will embellish their reality quite a lot, okay? So, I know men get upset about that. Fine. I get why they're frustrated. They're like, well, because they believe that one day they're going to make it and they're going to be able to provide for family, and life's hard. And I get that, man. But I think if I was giving a woman advice, I would just say, date where there's fucking evidence of success, not what you project might become one day. You know what I mean? This is better. Yep, now in my 30s and with money and can date younger. Exactly, yeah. And that's a good relationship too. And here's the other thing. A man that's now in his 30s has made something of himself and now has money. That's the kind of guy that you want to date anyways, ladies, right? Obviously. So then, therefore, just date that guy. And then he's happy to date younger too. It's cool. As long as like you adapt to his way of life and learn to be supportive of that guy, the age gap don't really matter. I date girls 9, 8, 9, 10 years younger than me all the time. It doesn't fucking matter at all. As long as y'all vibe and get along together, you don't necessarily need them to be like the CFO of your companies or something. It's not like that. You just need support at home. You know what I'm saying? And just you don't need to be. If you're a girl in your 20s, I caution you strongly to not date guys close to your age. Instead, date a little bit older. Wait till they got it figured out. Date them then, because then it's way better. Let me tell you. As a woman, it's way better to date a guy that is aligned with who he is and is going after what he wants specifically and is getting it, than date a guy who has no idea what he wants, has no idea who he is, has no idea what he's going to do in a year from now, let alone in the future. That's a fucking nightmare. And you're just going to be dragged along with it. And guys are like, yeah, they should be. And then I'm thinking like, what about the women though? They just sit there and just sit in that soil with you and hopefully something fucking blossoms. But maybe it might not. And meanwhile, every single day, women are losing their sexual marketability, man. They could be leveraging that into a guy that is doing something, that will treat them right, that will not take them for granted. And that's a better deal. Why not do the better deal? Rather than hope that this guy is going to shake out, I guess. He thinks so. You know what I mean? LOL, why did I date a 38-year-old and he still made nothing blossom? But that's the point, if he's 38 years old and he's still trying to get on, it could happen, but it's like, man, you've been trying a long time. Hang on, let me back it up. I seriously agree with what you say. Okay, thank you. Okay, you're wearing blush. No, it is hot in here though. I'm getting a little warm. Are you ready for a first date? That's funny. But so good to see you again. Wait, where? Wait, hang on. Tank DPS to support all three, baby. What? Bro, I am a Doomfist one trick, big time. Winston too. I can Reinhardt all day. Bro, I'm all three, baby. I'm a whiz on Tracer. Yeah, that's a good one. My husband says all the same things you say on a regular basis. I agree with him. Boom. Hello from Guatemala. Hello. Ladies, you meet gentlemen at museums. No, the fuck you don't. You think just businessmen that are about it are just wandering around museums by themselves? Wrong. Not at all. No. God. Jesus Christ. The fuck? We're just gonna go to, it's Tuesday, let me just go to the museum. No. Wrong. That's ridiculous. What the fuck? Sorry, that just really was like a stunning thing to read. I'm sending you a direct message. Okay, you do that. Okay, it's Wednesday. Yeah, there you go. In general, men don't fully mature and know what they want until they're in the 30s. Dude, men don't know what they want. Dude, I don't even think men are men at all and bear responsibility for anything beyond themselves till at least 40. Now, I'm not 40, but I'm just saying to at least 40. Because it's just, you got to understand, like, a man that's in his 20s is not a man. Have you guys ever met a man in his 20s? They just don't know shit about anything. They don't know shit about fuck at all. And it's just like, geez. Now, they can be good looking. I totally get that. You know, a handsome guy, having fun. That's all good. Whatever, Handsome wears off real quick when they're not competent, though. So you ever dated a quarterback, a high school quarterback? I don't have any resentment or anything like that. I don't harbor that kind of thing. I'm just saying, pretty girls date the quarterback, and then they're like, fuck. Not quarterback enough to be a D1, though, or something similar. And then if you can't brute force life with that kind of musculature, then you need to be competent, intelligent, competent. And oftentimes the attractive guys rely too much on the fact that they're attractive to get through the early part of their life, but then later they realize, oh fuck, life is way harder than just being an attractive man. As a woman, great. You could sail into the sunset for a few years, well into your 30s, being attractive. Great. Just be attractive, show up, you're there. You made it. You're wanted, okay? But being an attractive 25-year-old man might get you into a club, but it won't get you fucking anywhere else in life. Trust me. That's what I thought. It doesn't get you fucking anywhere. You have to be smart, and you have to be competent and capable, and you have to be a good leader, and you have to sell other people. Think about it. Think about this. If you want to do something that matters, like truly matters, okay? And it's like, you have to corral people. You have to say, look, I'm going to go and discover the city of El Dorado. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to convince you people to come with me, and we're just going to go through the Amazon and find the lost golden city of El Dorado. Okay, let's go. You got to be a salesman. You got to be smart. You got to be somebody people want to follow into, I don't know, oblivion, and then lead those people through fucking, I don't know where we're going, until you end up figuring it out. You see? And if you're not smart, competent, capable of sales, you're not going to do any of that. And if you can't do any of that, you won't be successful. You'll never find the city of gold. You'll just be a fucking loser forever. Okay? So, you date your 20-year-old good-looking guys or whatever, fine. But that doesn't mean they're going to crush it in the marketplace. That doesn't mean they're going to eventually be able to make money and provide for them babies. Because guess what, ladies? Let me tell you something. Here's something. Pampers ain't cheap. All right? College ain't cheap, and it's going up every fucking year. And it's always just getting more expensive. So unless you're smart and capable as hell, you just simply won't compete. All right? So unless that brawn turns into straight up athlete that is competing at a D1 level, or you got to be smart, looks won't get you very far as a man. Let me just put it to you that way. So, ladies, date older, date competent. That's the key, all right? That is the key. Trust me. Where do you shop? Well, this is all this stuff is tailor-made. See? Look, it's me. It's for me. You can't buy this anywhere. It's just my thing. I have a little tailor. They draw this up. Most of my stuff is made to measure for me. Now, I will also shop at like Laura Piana and things like that, but the same kind of deal. Same kind of deal. This is textiles. Let's see. Happy hour, glossy eyes. I don't drink. I don't actually. I have drink. I'm not like sober. It's not like that. I have drink. I do sometimes drink wine, but I typically don't drink. Me either. Who are you? Good question. What is your zodiac sign? I'm a Libra. Watch collection. This one is a Vacheron. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm not really like a big fan of like the AP look. It's too like industrial. Like I'm a blacksmith. I don't really like that so much. I like Vacheron a lot. Rolex, not really my style. Some Patek's, but still. I really like Vacheron. And the thing is, with me, is like, I don't deal with like ADs or anything like that. I just go straight to the watch man directly. They'll send me, I'll say, hey, I want this watch. And the guy at Vacheron Constantine will just text me, I got your watch, come get it. I live in Beverly Hills. I'll just go to Rodeo Drive and pick up my watch from the brand itself, which is a great deal. I have a great relationship with them. I've bought several watches from those guys. I do have some other stuff like Breguet and stuff, some off the beaten path and stuff. But for the most part, I like Vacheron a lot. I just think it's classy. I just think it's a classy look. I like it. Old school pocket watch. No, that's a little bit, too steampunk for me. Coffee or matcha? Coffee, 100%. I love the Vacheron Moonface. Yeah, the Vacheron Moonface is cool. If you're into that, if you're into the knowing the faces of the moon, great. Not my taste per se, but I do understand. I do know exactly what you're talking about. A lot of cold coffee. I like hot coffee. But I'm from the South, man. I like simple old coffee. This can't be real. Yeah, it's real. Hello. We're from the South. South Carolina. Them's my people. Come visit me in Charleston. So I went to college in Charleston. I have family. That's where my family is. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello. Love the decor. Thank you. Simple coffee. Yeah, for sure. Okay, speaking of which, listen guys, that's my time. I gotta go. Thanks to everybody for joining me. I will be on again likely tomorrow. God willing. We'll see. Check out my latest video. I talk about that. Men representing me. I mean, men and women representing one another. Check it out. My video, The Green Suit. Tell me what you think. Okay. Add me on Instagram for more of the behind the scenes of my actual life. And that's it. Thanks again for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.